I'm Ryan Barath, the gear editor for Skratch, and I'm here with Jason Dufner. We're going to go through the all-new Cobra DS Adapt driver line.
Jason the Dude Dufner.
So one of the key features of the all-new Cobra DS Adapt is Future Fit 33. What is your goal when you're using this thing to really change all of the settings on it?
Dial in your launch, speed, and control with Future Fit 33.
Yeah, I've been really happy with the DS Adapt driver line. I play the X model. The best technology is the variability in these settings, right? Tour players are looking for very specific guidelines on launch and spin and all these different things. And this ability to change so many variables with it has been really helpful for us. So I really like flat in all of my clubs. Everything in my bag with the Woods is about as flat as you can go.
One thing that I think is so interesting is that you are using the X model. I think a lot of people think that tour players only use the lowest, most unforgiving driver, whereas in reality, you're looking for the most stable and consistent driver for every single shot.
For me, I like the weight configuration on the X head, so this has been comfortable. For me, I'm looking at consistency, tightest dispersion. When I do make bad swings, does this help me more than maybe some other drivers? Those are the things that are important to me. I think the game has become so focused on speed, and yes, it's important, but for a guy who's 48 years old, you know, another 1.5 miles of club head speed and 2 miles an hour ball speed isn't going to make a big difference if I'm sacrificing a lot of dispersion.
Well, I got a TrackMan here. It's actually yours. So let's hit a few.
Okay.
And then we'll try a few other things as well.
Yep. How'd I do?
Pretty good.
That was low on the face, so that one will probably spin a little bit more. But these are all really straight. They're gonna be in the fairway.
I was gonna say there's not a lot of inconsistency going there.
High smash factor. There's a 2300 spin.
Yeah.
Nice launch. I don't feel like I'm hitting way up on it.
Yeah.
That's just not my style.
Now you talked about testing different drivers, and the one shot that you tend to struggle with is a draw. So how about for a little fun, we try hitting the Max D driver?
We'll try a Max D driver.
All right, cool.
We'll see how that goes.
So when it comes to the Max D, the Cobra's got 4 in their line. There's the LS, there's the X, there is the Max K, super high MOI version, and then we have the Max D, which the big difference is it's got more internal draw bias. And you know, for someone who has really no problem hitting the middle that often, this is where I'm like super curious, because we got a stock driver here.
Let's see it.
Probably a little bit more upright than what you're used to.
We'll change the lie angle, because I know where Max D at this lie angle is gonna go.
The thing that I love about it is if you get one of these drivers and you're at home and you're really not sure, because it's printed, first of all, it's already printed on the adapter.
Yep.
But if you're curious, you can actually go through the process with your phone, scan the QR code. You can either look right at the chart and just kind of make your own decision, or you can actually go through a Q&A.
Yeah, there's a little Q&A. You put in some information and tell you what fitting might be best for you. So that's another cool piece. All right, so we went flat as we could get this one. I'm generally not able to draw it much. There's a draw. There's another draw. Another spin axis through the roof. 22.
22. Keeping spin low, and your carry distance between both drivers, like your gamer in this, doesn't fluctuate too much, but the shot shape is definitely a big fluctuation.
And I'm not trying to hit a draw. There's one that's at
gosh,
the
that's
target.
gonna carry a long way. Look, we've talked about a lot of your bag, but the one thing we haven't talked about is what comes after your driver. What I found really interesting as we started ripping head covers off here is the settings do not translate throughout the rest of the clubs, right? And I think that's a big thing that I think people should focus on.
Yeah, the biggest reason is probably lie angle. Every setting that I have on these high-end in my bag, woods and hybrids, is all as flat as I can get it with the loft that I want to fit gapping.
I think to me what this really shows and demonstrates is how important gapping is at the top end of your bag after your driver, because you talk so much about finding those distance gappings and then also using and utilizing Future Fit 33, whereas before you'd have to get on the live machine, you had to figure all that out, and now with a wrench, a couple adjustments, you're dialing in exactly where you need to be.
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, the way the game's going, longer par threes, par fives are becoming more reachable. The top end of the bag is becoming more valuable, especially for a player like myself, where I'm getting ready to go to Champions Tour, and you know they still play these pretty long par threes, and the par fives should be reachable. I'm going to need to have clubs that I can hit different shots and trust that they're going to go certain distances. So having this technology, adaptability of it really helps me dial in that gapping at the top end.
Right on. Thanks so much, Jason.